It's that time again. Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome to the Season 3 finale of Hardcore Mode here on the PS5. Tonight, we're heading to Yas Island, to the Marina circuit, for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And a lot is on the line tonight. After a stellar performance at Las Vegas last night, we find ourselves back in the driving seat, back in with our destiny in our own hands again. We are back in 4th place in the Constructors, which is what we need to keep the board happy objective-wise. We've had a couple of miserable seasons, but this season has had its ups and downs, but it's been a very successful season on balance when you compare it to the previous two. 181 points scored so far this year. We've even had a victory as well. We came within a couple of seconds of getting one last night as well. Just didn't quite have enough pace to hunt down Sergio Perez in the end. But it was a fantastic result for us. We got some big points last night, outscoring Aston Martin. And as I say, we are now 12 points ahead of them with just one round remaining. Financially, we are looking okay in terms of our bank balance, but we have breached the cost cap. We can't do any more development or research for the rest of this year now. And I do have a little worry about where we're going to sit in terms of research going into next year. Have we undercooked next year's car in a bid to actually achieve success on our objectives? Really hope not. You can see we've got a refurb for the suspension simulator going through. That'll be ready in about 9 days' time. We have got an upgrade for the design centre, finally. Going through as well. That is 73 days away. That won't kick in effectively until around February next season, if we're still here, which I'm feeling relatively confident that we will be now. We do have some more money coming as well. We have won the pit stop competition. Last night we scored enough points to finish mathematically top and impossible to catch by Red Bull. So we got an extra 12 million due to come at the end of the season. Combined with the money that we've got now, that does mean that we have the potential to maybe get an upgrade on the CFD simulator, or maybe an extra factory upgrade going before the end of the year as well. You can see it would cost us 14.5 million to push the factory up to level 4. Wind tunnel, which we've just recently refurbed, that would cost us 12 mil to upgrade, and same with the CFD simulator, that would take us 12 mil as well. But have we got anything that's about to break? Do we need to keep money in reserve for that? Let's have a look. Yes, the race sim is now in desperate need of a refurb. We've got to go ahead and get that started now. Luckily it's only 3.7 mil. Team Hub's still all sparkly and shiny, as opposed to sharkly and spiny, which would be bad. The weather center could do with an upgrade for next year. Memorabilia room, I'm really not worried about that at all. Helipad's good, tour center's good, boardroom is still good. We won't spend any more money just yet. I also want to have a look at our staffing situation. So let's see, we've got 2 years left on Dan Fallow's contract. So it will run out. It'll be 2 years at the end of this year remaining. So we can't buy his contract out. Same with Dirk de Beer. Ben, though, only has 1 year left on his contract. So we have a choice. At the end of the season, we could look at potentially replacing him, although I really don't want to. He's formed a really strong partnership with Oscar, and it's helped Oscar come on leaps and bounds this season. And I'd be happy to re-sign him. So we might offer him a new contract. Josh, new arrival, he'll be staying with us for the conclusion of this series. And Alan Permain is with us for a fair while as well. As you can see, still over 3 years left on his deal. So we do have the option of signing a new engineer as per our rules. I don't think there are any engineers out there, though, that would tempt me. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm not really seeing anybody who's jumping off the page at me. I think we've probably got, in terms of keeping our drivers' morale really, really good in terms of racing, I think we've probably got the best two engineers on the grid for that. So I'm quite happy to offer Ben a new contract. We'll do that at the very end of the year. We do have some inspection to deal with. Let's swap out that front wing. And tonight, I think we might be throwing everything behind Mick rather than Oscar. So let's make sure that Mick has a spare front wing. We'll drop Oscar down to that rear wing. That front wing, sorry. Chassis. Let's install that one on car 1 now. Simply because Oscar's ERS is going to be a little bit problematic in this race. And we still need to get some points just in case Aston pull off a big result. So we are going to switch priority over to Mick for this Grand Prix. His powertrain is just in a little bit better shape. But we still want to try and keep Oscar as competitive as we can. We can install the replacement there. They're both running the same side pod, that's okay. Underfloor. That one has now failed and we don't have a replacement. So both cars are now going to be running the previous spec of underfloor, which is a shame, but not a huge loss. It does hurt our downforce numbers just a little bit, hurts our dirty air just a little bit, and just takes that tiny bit of top speed away from us. But it's not a massive loss because it wasn't a massive upgrade. It was only a small part in terms of development. Suspension, though, this is now a real problem. This is what we would have been running if we had the parts, and now both cars are going to have to run our old suspension. We don't have anything else left, so that is a fairly significant loss. You can see just how much low and medium speed downforce we're losing, and speed as well, by having to roll back. And we're also losing a fair bit of brake cooling as well, so may get some lockups tonight, may struggle in a couple of the corners. And it does mean our car is not looking amazing. I mean, it's just there, but there are other cars that need to swap some parts over as well. Right, let's check the inbox. Okay, let's advance time up to our final day. Yes, we know we're going to get fined. Our underfloor research project is done, and I think that is there one more part still going through. Yes, we've still got the side pod part going through. We've got all these slots, but we can't do any more, and we can't make any spare parts. A, we haven't got the time, and B, we don't have any cost cap money left, so we are stuck with what we have at this point. It is the day of the Grand Prix, so let's take a look. There you go, that's where our car is looking. Mick's car slightly better than Oscar's. Oscar's will be slightly worse. Let's see how much worse. Hopefully not too much. Losing just a tiny little bit of speed. Acceleration and DRS about the same. Losing just a little bit of downforce. Another couple of points of dirty air performance. Brake cooling is very, very minimal difference. And again, losing a little bit of engine cooling as well. But the car's pretty closely matched. Let's set some targets for tonight. Weather is going to be fine, as it pretty much always is here in Abu Dhabi. Let's see, 2 in the top 8 is not going to happen. We are going to try and get both cars into Q2. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't think we can get a car into Q3 tonight. I'm just not feeling it. With the lack of parts we've got left, I just don't think it's possible. Finish position 2 in the top 8 would be lovely, but also I don't think it's going to happen. I really doubt we'll get the fastest lap. Finish position streak 2 in the top 13 for 2 races. We should be able to get that one done. As for the quali streak, maybe. If we're lucky, maybe. Would be worth about 1.05 mil, I think. Is that right? 1.05? Yeah. So that would be nice. And we are ready for the final time to head to a practice weekend.
The season draws to a close here with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. A long season has led us around the world over all this year's races to get here. The last chance to settle the season in the final round. The man-made Yas Island plays host to hotels, leisure parks, and just over 3 miles of Grand Prix circuit. The race runs from day to night every year with 600 million lumens of floodlights paving the way once the sun sets. Exciting weekend ahead at Red Bull with a brand new driver on board of their car. So, let's get back to the racing.
That is not the normal helmet you see on a Red Bull driver. You know, a newly signed Red Bull driver. So they're in the game. It's just they just don't work for some reason. It's very weird. Yeah, we'll see a very different helmet when it gets on track. I'm almost certain of that. Right then, let's sort out the powertrain. We want to keep our engine as fresh as we possibly can before the race itself. As you can see, we're just 5% away from starting to dip in power, so we want them to be tip top. There we go. Same with the ERS. I mean, I could leave that one in, but if we have a shunt, that could really screw us over in the race. So again, we'll play it safe. A lot riding on tonight. Again, same with the gearbox, playing it safe. Normally I don't tend to bother too much in the final Grand Prix of the season, but tonight we will. We will really take care of the car as much as we can through practice. A lot is riding on it. Let's have a look at Oscar's powertrain. Engine is in slightly better shape. Got a couple to choose from as well, which is nice. We'll go with that one for practice. But this is the problem. The ERS is right on the verge of ticking over to yellow. Which is why we've put the slightly better parts available onto mixed car tonight. Let's go with that gearbox. Here we go. And again, we want 18 laps for Abu Dhabi. And now we need to put some setups on the car. So let's start with let's go 4.5 and 13, a 6.4, a 2.95 and a 0.25. That's Oscar. And for Mick, we'll go a little bit different. We'll go, did I go 6.4 or 4.6 on Oscar? 6.4, okay. Yeah, for Mick we're going to go slightly different direction. So we're going to go with a 4, a 12.5, a 4.6, a 3.4, and a 1. And let's see which of these setups, if either, is good.
check.
Yes, ready to land the lift. Radio check. Yeah, copy same. A bit less curb. Copy. Watch those curbs.
Copy.
So for those of you that haven't seen it, we do have some pretty big news coming out of Formula One today. And that is that Formula One management has officially denied the application by Andretti Motorsport to join the grid in 2025, which sucks. Especially when you read the full statement and look at the reasons why. They feel Andretti can't provide enough added value to justify their position, which is laughable, really, when you consider that this is an established team with racing pedigree, bringing in, you know, a works partnership, albeit in 2028, but bringing in a works partnership.
VSC.
And that apparently does not add value, yet Red Bull having two teams, one of which just sells its name, you know, to the highest bidder, and to a lesser degree Alfa Romeo slash, you know, Sauber slash Stake. That's kind of in a holding pattern. Audi obviously are in the process of acquiring them in full control and will be a serious proposition in 2026. But and Haas, I mean, Haas is kind of a joke right now. Trying to get by doing the barest minimum with the, you know, putting the least amount of money into their car. They bring nothing in terms of, you know, added value right now. You know, and yet Andretti provides less value than them. Andretti provides less value than Alpha Tauri slash Visa Cash App RB, whatever they want to call themselves these days. I think that's a ridiculous decision. It's also disappointing the fact that we are losing the potential for two new drivers to hit the grid as well. It would have been an opportunity, and, you know, a new route into Formula One for those up-and-coming F2 and F3 drivers, or drivers from overseas, IndyCar drivers who want to have a go at Formula One. All of that, you know, it's just, they're not good enough. We're not letting them in. You know, I think it's farcical. It was the expected decision, but I think it was the wrong decision. And at a time when F1 is trying so hard to continually expand its American audience, you know, we now have 3 races in America. You know, all the pomp and circumstance of Las Vegas just added. But they don't want an American team with real racing pedigree and an American manufacturer bringing, you know, an American engine to the grid. It's ridiculous. It's all about money. Yeah, they just don't want to divvy up the pot. I think it's a very cynical, greedy decision by Formula One management, and yeah, not at all happy with it. But like I say, it was unfortunately the expected decision. I would have loved to have seen another team on the grid. What do you guys think? Are you pleased with the decision, angry with the decision, couldn't care one way or the other, let me know. Curious as to what your thoughts are. Meanwhile, we have a setup to tweak. Let's see. Is that going to be enough? We'll try that. Might be enough. Bigger changes needed for Oscar. Oscar's a fair way off, unfortunately. The roll bar is very much in the wrong position, as is pretty much everything else. We're going to go with a 12.5 on the rear wing, and I'm going to push the front wing up, all the way up. I'm going to push that all the way up to a 2.8. I'm going to go with a 6 on the front, a 12.5, a 2.8, a 3.2, and a 1. That looks a little bit extreme on the braking stability there. Let's try a 5 and a 3.7. Let's just go back to the 2.8 and let's push that all the way up. No, that's not going to work. 4.5, 3.7, 3.4. That looks better. That looks much better. You know, the oversteer, braking stability values look about right. The straights looks right. Traction is in the right window. Cornering looks about right. Let's see if that works. There goes Oscar back on track. Give him a few seconds. And now we'll release Schumacher. So it's Felipe Drugovich. Right. While he's on track, well, would you look at that? It's a different helmet to the one we saw in the garage. Who'd have thunk it? Or is it, actually? I think it is. Alright, we'll have to check what Charles Leclerc's helmet looks like when he gets back in the car, but I'm pretty sure that's a different helmet. I missed it apparently, but Valtteri Bottas has had a whoopsie. Taking himself out of the session. Evening, Farah.
How's the car?
All right, big step forward for Oscar, but still a little short, 90%. There's also a huge historic element attached to Andretti being conveniently forgotten. Yes, I mean, Michael Andretti obviously had a very forgettable stint in Formula One with his father, a Formula One champion. Evening, horrific.
Any major problems?
Yeah.
All right, still at 97% with Mick, so is it a glass house you're standing in there, Farah? Alright, so we do need to go with a 2.8. Let's have a look actually. One of my 2.8 setups in here. I've got a 5, a 12.5, 2.8, 3.5, and a 1. That isn't going to work. I have a 5.5, 2.8, 12.5, 2.8, 3.35. That's not going to work. I have a 6, 3.2. That is definitely not going to work. So let's go back to the 5.5. And let's make that a 3.4. And that looks like it might just about do it. Alright, so I do need to change that. I'm going to go with a 3.35. No, let's go to a 3.45. Correct that to a 1 and see if that fixes everything. So far, Alonso looking a little slow, Stroll looking very quick. We'll do some investigation of the data again in just a second. So, starting with the important ones. Alonso running a new gearbox and a new ERS tonight. Does he have a penalty? Oh, wow. Quite a few cars have got penalties. So, Alonso could be starting near the back of the grid tonight. Russell's got penalties. Porsche, Albon, Tsunoda, Sainz. A lot of cars running new parts tonight by the look of it. Let's do a quick look at Stroll. Stroll's car not looking great. Not really. Gearbox is going to break during the race, if not before. Might break during practice. Engine is a little underpowered, regardless of which manufacturer he's with. ERS is okay. Let's have a look at Russell. Russell's running a new ERS tonight. His gearbox is still a bit wonky. Perez is fine. Tsunoda running a new gearbox and a new ERS tonight. That's another double penalty. Norris is looking a bit ropey. Max has got a dodgy engine. Sainz is running a new engine and a new ERS tonight. That is definitely going to be a double penalty. And a dodgy gearbox. Hamilton is looking okay. Engine's just dipping slightly below the power threshold. New gearbox for Ocon. Gasly's fine. Albon is fine. Joe is fine. Magnussen is running a new gearbox tonight. Porsche running a new ERS tonight. That's a penalty. We know that much. Bottas is running a new engine. Well, he was until he wrecked. Who knows? That engine might be a little bit dodgy in the next session. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Giovinazzi is looking like hot garbage. And we've already checked out those. And this is Leclerc's car. Dodgy engine. Okay. So, this could be a very interesting race. We could definitely be up against it against the Astons tonight. Setups have changed. Let's drop the pace settings down. And we want to go 28 laps of fuel, I think. Yeah, parts are fine. And let's send them out again. Let's keep an eye on Valtteri.
And green light. Watch those curbs. Copy.
Also want to keep an eye on Charles Leclerc because I want to check his helmet out. Right, Leclerc is on track. It is a different helmet. No, it's not. It's the same helmet. Yeah, I thought so. It's the same helmet that we saw on Drugovich, but it's a different one than we saw in the cutscene. There was a lot more white on the helmet we saw in the cutscene. Or is that different? Is it blue on top? You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and have a look at the feed. Let's go back a bit. I'm looking at the helmet now. No, it's the same helmet that was on Drugovich. So yeah, still think it's different to the one we saw in the cutscene. I'm going to go back even further and have another look. Not far enough. Here we go. Here's the cutscene. Yeah, it's a different helmet in the cutscene. So again, these other helmets are in the cutscenes, but they don't, and they're in the loading menu, but they don't appear in the cars in game, which is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm still banging on about this after 2 releases now. They've actually put extra helmets in this year and then didn't use them for whatever reason. It's so frustrating. Is Bottas on track yet? He is. Hasn't done a lap yet though, so we can't check his car as he powers away from us. There's a Ferrari very close as well. Right, Bottas has set a time. Let's take a look at his car now that he's recovered from smashing it to bits. Bottas. Ooh, yes, he has taken a little bit of life out of the engine. He's certainly crippled his gearbox. He's taken some life out of his ERS as well. Not a smart move from Valtteri. waiting on the feedback. Are we going to see any dodgy qualifying shenanigans again tonight like we did last night? Hope not. We've got Oscar's car sorted. Excellent stuff. Just need to get mix done. And we went the wrong way. Of course we went the wrong way. That's an easy fix.
Okay, copy that, copy that.
Something seems wrong.
Yeah, we're checking.
My engine doesn't want to...
Alright, we'll be finishing their runs in about 5 minutes-ish. Maybe a little bit longer. Should be coming in somewhere around about 80% on their track knowledge, I think. About 77, 78%.
Okay.
Okay, understood. We'll have a look at it.
78. Okay, so we did go the wrong way. So let's drop that to a 3.35. Pull that back to there. And let's give that a go. Make the changes. Save the changes. Oscar is done. And that's it for this session. Evening, Mr. Water. You see Farah's being optimistic as usual. Yes, yes, as always. I can just imagine Farah halfway through the race to keep cutting back in from Valheim, you know, like Leslie Nielsen in Airplane. Just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. Right, final practice of the year.
Should be green now.
And out they go. Oh, yeah. I like watching Stroll have a little wobble. Whoopsie-daisy. Could have just gone a little bit faster and hit the barrier. That would have been very nice, but never mind. I wonder if the AI has cost cap issues. Right, all these penalties tonight, they must have cost cap to spare if they're doing that, or they must be immune from the cost cap.
Trash was please.
Copy that.
Or they just don't care and want to break it because they can. I don't know. We've got mixed kart nailed, and that's excellent stuff. So we just need a couple more laps, and then we can call them in. In fact, they'll do it for me. I don't even have to do that. Excellent stuff. Right, we are done with practice for the final time this season. Ooh, look how quick Williams are looking. Is that genuine pace? Might be. Both of them are in clean air. Just a few minutes to go, and then we can get down to prepping for quali. So, we're going into the final race with full confidence. Excellent stuff. Let's hand over, unfortunately, to Crofty and Karoon.
Our weekend continues with qualifying as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Drivers are able to defend well during races at Abu Dhabi, preventing rivals from gaining easy positions. Setting a good grid position during qualifying is fundamental as a result.
In terms of George Russell and his form, Karoon, how's he going to be feeling, do you imagine?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
Oh, a little bit of other news as well. Seeing Etihad just prompted me of that one. Nothing to do with Etihad, but Petronas, they are reportedly trying to revive the Malaysian Grand Prix for 2026 onwards, which would be amazing if that circuit comes back. Love that track. Drivers love that track. And it was a staple of the Formula One calendar for a long, long time. I'd love to see it come back, I really would. Okay, there we go. Best parts available for Mick. And best parts available for Oscar. We've managed to get through this season without having to buy any additional parts. I think. Let me just double check that for sure. Yeah, 4 engines. Oh no, we bought an extra ERS for Mick, didn't we? And an extra gearbox as well. So not quite, but our expense this year, 3.5 mil compared to what, 23.5 mil last year. That's a big saving. It's 20 million more we were able to put into the car and our facilities. Right, let's go qualify.
Start to work on the brakes.
Copy. Let's go there and set some lap times.
Copy.
Yeah, Malaysia was a great track. Well, was it turn 11, the snail turn that led onto the first of the 2 really ridiculously long straights? That was such a difficult circuit because it just tightened and tightened and tightened and tightened all the way around. You know, it was that was a real tricky one to get your line right, but you could find or lose so much time in that corner alone.
Gap ahead is good. Good to push.
Clear track ahead. Let's go.
Let's ride on board with Mick. Oscar slightly quicker in the first. What? How did the Ferrari get in front of us? Or was that on an out and out lap? I was going to say. How did Perez get in front of us? Well, that's Russell we just overtook. Oscar's still slightly quicker. I mean, I think technically the only difference between these two cars is the front wing. I think it's the only difference between the two now. And wow, Mick a lot slower.
Yeah.
How is Mick so slow?
Let's follow the delta. Let's cool down a box, please.
Tire temps are the same. So it's not tyre temps. Maybe just not a clean run. Yeah, well, Oscar's in peak confidence. Mick is not, but he's not too far off. Another run should sort that out. We might try the slipstream again tonight, but only really going to help. Well, it'll help in the first two sectors. It might be a hindrance in the final sector. But I think on balance, it will probably work out in our favour to do the slipstream tonight. Here comes Russell. He may get in his way here. He's had 2 retirements in a row, which has cost him the championship, or his chance at the championship. Let's see if he can pull it back a bit tonight with a decent result. He goes second behind his teammate. Hamilton's up in third. Ah, crap. Williams has got in the way, split our cars up. Alright, well, Mick's going to be sucking in behind a Red Bull, potentially.
Really start to focus on your brakes and front tyres.
Copy.
On different parts of the circuit, so it's not a straight like-for-like comparison. Schumacher's tyres get up to temperature at the banked curve. Oscar's very much not up to temperature yet. Still not up to temperature. Wonder if that's because he's stuck behind the Alpine. There we go, finally getting up to temperature now.
Lots of bunching. You're good to push.
Is Schumacher close enough to get a distant toe on the 2 straights? I don't think he is. But we should see a big improvement this lap. Because that first lap was pretty poor. Oh, we might just be close enough to get a little bit of a toe. I think we're probably just a little bit too far away. Both drivers are improving. So Leclerc goes 6th. Mick improves quite dramatically, 0.8 of a second. How much is Oscar improving?
P11
By just under 0.2.
like a decent lap.
That's not bad.
Everybody, good job. Let's box now, please.
Oscar
Box
might be
now.
safe. I don't know if Mick is.
Currently P8. Good luck. Well done. So cool as much as you can.
Perfect.
All depends on the pace of the two Haas cars and Stroll. We will prep for one more run, but I'd like to stay in the garage if at all possible. And you can see the yellow hazard flash there. Oscar's ERS has now started to break down. It's going to be at what, 39% now. Where is Alonso? Alonso's in 9th, just behind Oscar, but ahead of Mick. Stroll is probably going to go above Oscar.
Pit limiter on.
Stop on the marks, wait 2 seconds and switch off.
I was just wondering where the second Haas is. I can just see it now going through turn 1. Which one is it? Porsche. So Stroll's left it late for his first run. Magnussen goes up to P11. Mick is definitely not safe. Stroll goes P7, ahead of Oscar, as I expected. Mick now down to 14th. Just let Red Bull go through, and then we're going to go out. I'm going to try and give Mick a slipstream. And some clean air, hopefully. A few other cars coming out now as well. Porsche goes all the way up to 5th. Tell you what, if Haas can produce a decent car next year, Porsche is going to be a real contender. He's got some serious pace, and he's only going to get stronger. Both drivers in very high confidence right now, very high peak confidence. Excessive weaving going on from Oscar, not much from Mick. Let's check tyre temps. Slightly cooler, but not by much. They're at a good enough level.
Nice big gap ahead. Let's go.
Let's take advantage of this clean air. Okay, let's go.
Got a Williams coming out of the garage. We got out ahead of it. I think, or was that it? We just passed there. It might have been it. We just passed there. I think it was. Yeah, we didn't get held up. All of a sudden, there's a lot of cars on the track. Strong opening sector for Mick. He's getting a really good slipstream through here. Slow car on the banking. Here's the Mercedes. Dives out of the way. Not sure which one that was. I think it's Hamilton. Yeah, it's Hamilton on an out lap. This is a much better lap from Mick. Just what he needs. No improvement from Oscar, so we just got to hope that Oscar's done enough to stay through. We are going to displace him a position here. There we go. Mick only just quicker than Oscar, despite that slipstream there. I'm a little worried by that.
P11. Okay, good lap time, last lap. Normal in-lap procedures, please. Copy.
Alright, we're pretty much done. We haven't got time for another lap. Just gotta hope it's enough now. Magnussen's on a flying lap. Norris is on a flying lap as well. Magnussen's just starting his. Norris is ending his though. Does Norris improve? He does. Ooh, it's getting a bit worrying. It's getting very worrying actually. You've got Magnussen, Bottas and Albon all pushing. And Alonso's on an outlap. Oh God, we might not get either car through here. That would be a disaster. That's Magnussen. Here's Bottas. Albon's got some traffic. Bottas doesn't improve. Albon doesn't improve enough. He stays where he is. It's down to Magnussen and then Alonso. Magnussen can't improve enough, so we're through. Both cars are going to go through. There's nobody left now that can knock us out. Although Alonso can certainly improve his time. But both cars safely through to Q2, and we didn't have to use a new set of tyres to do it. So I'm quite pleased with that. We're pretty close to pace against Stroll as well, as you can see. You know, only 13 hundredths of a second slower with Mick. But, no, 13 thousandths. Sorry, not 13 hundredths. 13 thousandths slower. And about maybe 65 or so, 66 thousandths slower with Oscar. So very, very close margins. What has Alonso got in his back pocket though with the new gearbox and new ERS tonight? And is this the final time we're going to see Alonso in Formula One? He is getting on a bit. His control rating has really dropped quite badly this year. He's in the final year of his contract. This is his last race, potentially, with Aston Martin. Maybe his last race in Formula One. Same for Hamilton. Final race of his career, maybe. certainly his last race of his current contract with Mercedes.
P15. Okay, we're through, mate. You're doing a good job.
Alonso does improve. And Stroll improved again as well. Stroll all the way up now to 4th. He is going to be quick tonight, as I feared he would be. It's still not horrendous. We're still only 2.5 to 3 tenths behind him. And there's a lot of penalties, including Alonso. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars with penalties tonight. There you see the ERS at 39%. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I'm not paying 2.5 million and dropping Oscar to the back of the grid just for the final race of the season. We can make do.
Two, one, should be green.
Because it wouldn't just be 2.5 million. It would be 7.5.
Okay,
Because
so
it would
let's
be
concentrate on some tyre prep.
2.5 million for the part, and then a 2.5 million added onto our fine for November and December.
Copy.
So it's just not worth it. Not for one race. I'm sure you'll find a target for your ire, Farah. There'll be plenty of drivers to choose from.
A bit less curb.
Yeah, copy.
Good space at the moment. So
Yeah, we've got a Red Bull leaving the garage. That is...
clear ahead.
Well, I don't know, actually. It could be either of them.
Go in.
Max is on track, so that's Leclerc coming out of the garage. We should get clear of him. Yes, we do. Not really close enough to get the slipstream. Right, 1:23.1 for Mick,
Follow the delta.
and half a second
So,
slower
it's
for
gonna be
Oscar.
normal in-lap procedures.
Understood.
Delta, stay negative. Cool as much as you can.
Copy.
Not an amazing first run, but they'll improve on the next one. Not by much, but a little bit, and then we'll send them out on new tyres for the final stint. Porsche, yeah. Considerably quicker than us, but also on considerably better tyres than ours. Okay, where's Russell going to slot in? Is he going to go quicker than Max? No, he's not. Sainz is quick as well. Alright, Charles Leclerc will be, I think, the next flying car to cross the line. Set a time.
Good entry. Pit limits are on. Okay, ready, let's stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds and then
And that's
P1.
fourth place. Try and sneak out behind Stroll. See if we can get a nice little convoy of slipstreaming going here. Which of my drivers is in front? It's Mick.
Okay, let's concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
And the McLaren behind us is Norris finishing his on his cool-down lap now. Yuki a little bit further ahead of us. At least I think it's Yuki a bit ahead of us. Yeah, there is Yuki. So Gasly is the car in front of Stroll. See what Alonso does. He goes fourth. Alright, Alonso might not be a slow old git tonight. Might be a quick git.
Clear track ahead. Okay, mate, let's go.
So gap ahead is good.
Right, hopefully Oscar is going to be close enough this time around to get a slipstream. Mick might struggle to stay on the back of Stroll given the state of our tyres. They are a bit rough. Almost 50% now. No improvement from Mick, but there is an improvement from Oscar. That's to be expected, given Oscar's time was slow on his first run. Regardless of whether or not our drivers do improve, they are going to get the extra confidence from completing this run before I put them on brand new tyres for one last run. I don't think we are close enough for the slipstream. No improvement in the middle for Oscar. Gasly goes P11. Stroll goes P5, just in front of Alonso. Mick doesn't improve, and Oscar barely improves. But it was all about getting them that extra bit of confidence rather than actually getting a quicker time.
Currently P14. Cool the car. Copy.
Hamilton sets the time, and it's only good enough for P13. Sainz is exiting the pits now. There he is. And I will be taking a quick comfort break between qualifying and the Grand Prix. So if anyone else needs to do the same, you will have a couple of minutes. Anyone on a flyer right now? Norris is on a flying lap. Oh, he's just starting his flying lap. Okay, it'll be a little while before he's done.
So let's attack the box, please. Stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds and go to P1.
Now, do I risk running them in a slipstream, or do I risk running them in clean air? It's a difficult decision. When do I go? Evening, Baron. I guess we go now. Try and stick with a Ferrari. He's going to pull over. Damn it. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I turned it off, didn't I? Right, well, this will be... Oh, he has pulled over. Oh, I see. That's why, because Porsche was steaming through. And then Mick pulls over to let Oscar through, and now the gap's too big. Jesus. It never runs smooth when I try this, does it? Leclerc goes top with a 1:21.6. And now I've got the McLarens right behind me, and I do not want that.
We need some pace.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy. Let's push, come on.
Yeah, copy.
Oscar's tyres are not at temperature at all.
Copy.
I might try and keep them out for another lap. Might cancel their in lap. I have no idea if I'm improving enough to get a car through here. No, Oscar's not getting through. And that's hurt Mick's chances as well.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now there's the car of
Did
Piastri.
he keep it out the barrier?
And wide they go, leaving the racing line.
Yes, he did,
Fighting
just.
with the car, just a little perhaps.
So Oscar's out.
Yellow flag ahead.
Yeah, copy.
But that yellow flag may have also hurt Mick's chances of getting through. Oh no, wait. Yeah, there is Mick across the line. He's not through. Has Oscar got enough time? He can start another lap. Don't know if I'm going to have enough fuel. Taking a lot out of the tyres with that lockup as well.
To lift where you can. Copy. Lift and coast 12.
Copy.
That's P15. I'm afraid we're out, mate. Good job, Adam.
Thanks, William.
P14. And Oscar is out. Just took too much out of the tyres. Okay, 14th and 15th. Ooh, that's rough. That is very, very rough. Got our work cut out for us tonight. Alonso is out, though, as well. So that is small mercies. Stroll's very, very quick. Stroll sitting on the top of the standings right now, although it looks like though he got a tow behind one of the Mercedes. Right. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, disappointing qualifying behind us, but not the end of the world. A lot of penalties will promote us up the grid a little bit. Perez has pole position ahead of Max. Lewis is in third. Where did that come from? Huh. Stroll in fourth, Leclerc fifth, then Sainz, Russell, Porsche, all with penalties. Then Norris, Tsunoda with penalties. Gasly, Alonso with penalties. Then it's Ocon, Schumacher and Oscar. We could jump above all of those guys in front of us with penalties there. Let's have a look.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Yas Marina has played host to a fair few title-deciding races, such as 2016 when Lewis Hamilton secured the top podium spot, only for Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg to claim second and secure his maiden World Championship. There are a few clouds here tonight, but the sky remains mostly clear. Will it stay this way, or will the weather throw a spanner in the works?
And teams will have to make tough, split-second decisions here if they're going to succeed. An exhilarating race lies ahead of us with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Alright, where are we starting? 9th and 10th. Ah, that's a little bit nicer. Right. What do we do strategy-wise? Don't think we can make the one-stop work tonight. It's just a little bit too slow. We're careful with the tyres. We can go like that. And then keep an extra set of softs in reserve in case it's a late safety car, because usually is something that happens in this Grand Prix. Let's do the same with Oscar. Give them both a chance of a strong start. See if they can move up a place or two. There we go. We're going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel tonight. In fact, am I going to go with... Yeah, we'll go with 2. I thought about going just 1, but we'll go 2. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so parts are as good as they're going to get. Now you see we've got spare wings for both cars. Alright, for one final time this season, let's head to the grid.
Only 58 laps stand between the drivers and the checkered flag here under the lights at the Yas Marina circuit. Mick Schumacher, a composed figure, approaching this one.
They've done well to secure a P9 start, and they'll be keen to convert that into some points.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Hold on tight, it's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
I'm seeing mediums in front. Oh wow, we're the only 2 in the top 10 starting on softs.
Right, head down. We'll leave you to it. Couple. Do your best. Copy.
So let's see. Stroll still in 3rd place. Alonso all the way down in 18th place now. Remember, we can't let Aston Martin outscore us by 13 points. 12 we should, theoretically, be okay. I'd rather not take that gamble. So we don't want them to score 11 points more than... they can score up to 11 points more than us and we'll be safe. Anything beyond that becomes a little questionable to a bad thing. At the moment, we're on for 3 points and Stroll's on for 15. So that's 12 points. That is a tie, and theoretically we should win that because we've won a race this year and Aston haven't. And that's assuming that those rules are implemented correctly. Yes, there is a state of play at 10 o'clock tonight. I will be watching it after the stream. It's going to be about 40 minutes long tonight. I think there's about 15 plus games being shown off at the state of play tonight. And I missed it as well, but Frontier, I think, about half an hour ago started their live stream as well. So again, I'll be watching that afterwards as well, see if they make any hint of another F1 Manager game. I know they announced Planet Zoo. It's coming to consoles in March, I think.
Think about looking after this tyre where we need to. Copy.
Good evening, Victor. So with this compromised ERS and the decision we put to put the better front wing onto Mick's car tonight, Oscar's job tonight is rear gunner. Try and hold cars behind. Mick's job is to try and sneak forward and get as many points as he can. Would like to keep our drivers together if we possibly can. Yeah, I saw the Pixel remasters were on sale today, Farah. I also noticed that they were listed in the store on the sale page 6 times. You had all of the 6 individual games, and then the collection was listed 6 separate times. Why? Why? It seemed a bit odd. Right, we gave up the DRS, unfortunately. Should
Bring the pack up.
Yep.
be fine though, as long as Sainz doesn't make... Oh, that was close. A little lunge from Russell then. Thought better of it. Sainz might get Mick here. So now we're out the points with Oscar. We're only getting 1 point. As things stand, we are losing 4th place. Oh, yellow flag. Oh, there goes Mick. No. Mick, you donut.
I just went too quick. Oh, so annoying.
That's a donut.
Let's keep with him.
Oscar just hasn't got any pace. Struggling to stay with all these brand new powertrain components. I'm worried. I'm really worried. We need something to happen to Stroll because I think we are not going to have enough pace to stop Aston Martin from getting the points they need. Especially now Mick's just, thrown himself off the track and ruined his tyres.
Let's look after these tyres.
Oh, it's killed his confidence as well. So that's Mick pretty much out of this race.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Can turn that off now. going to be an issue. Just can't have it the easy way, can we? Always going to be a fight. Always going to be a struggle. And now there's a real risk that Oscar's going to go backwards very quickly.
I know you're doing everything.
Damn, Joe's going to get me as well. It's got no defence. That ERS is killing us. And we're really not making these soft tyres work either. I'm worried. I'm seriously worried. Leclerc's got past Hamilton up into 4th. I need Leclerc to do me a solid and start taking points away from Stroll. Hopefully Hamilton can do me a solid as well. As long as Stroll doesn't finish higher than 4th. Then we should be okay, regardless of where we finish. As long as Alonso doesn't get the points as well. If Stroll finishes 4th and gets the fastest lap, that's it. That's curtains. We are just getting picked off left, right and centre here. I don't understand why we've got no pace at all on these soft tyres. I know everyone's running new powertrains, but this is ridiculous.
Use energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Alright, everyone start praying for a safety car.
Lean on the tyres.
Copy.
So much for looking after our tyres. Can't even stay in the DRS, look. Bottas is going to line us up for a move now.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep.
Oh god, we got dive bombed by Sonoda as well.
Focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Jesus, it's just
Back off
all
now.
going wrong. Ah, please don't let our season end like this. All that fighting and hard work and scrapping and clawing for every single point. And the stellar performance we put in last night just to be thrown away here with a whimper. Oh, this is heartbreaking.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Yep.
Mick's now 8 seconds off the back of Giovinazzi. 8 seconds.
Let's push.
Oscar's confidence is just being chiseled away by overtake after overtake. I don't know where our pace has just suddenly disappeared to. This is really bad. I can't keep up with anybody.
Try and get up to him. Let's see.
I have to change his strategy as well. Stroll has been dropped by the front two now. Leclerc has caught him. Norris has got past Hamilton, but there's now a 3-second gap. I think all we can do now is just try and make sure we stop Alonso from getting in the points and just pray that Leclerc can take third place away from Stroll. That should be enough. But I say the fastest lap becomes a threat, and then we might just have to sacrifice one of our drivers at the very end just to take the fastest lap away if Aston have it. But are we even going to have the pace for that? Because at the moment the evidence is not looking that compelling.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Even with tyres on full push like this, I am still not able to keep up with Fernando Alonso. Right, Leclerc is through. Thank you, Charles. Problem is, he's now dragged Stroll onto the back of the front runners again and extended the gap back to Hamilton and Norris. So that danger is still ever present.
Box this lap.
Copy. Box this lap.
Let's recharge on.
May as well build up our batteries. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Oh, it's a safety car. Oh, and that's perfect timing. It's too late for Oscar, but it's perfect for Mick. We just missed the safety car. Who has crashed out?
Albon is pitted. Safety car. Okay, mate, let's get to 0 on that delta.
Giovinazzi.
Here we are then, reaching turn 13. Oh, that's a pretty big impact there.
Yep,
and that's not
on
what
the
they
racing
would have had
line.
in mind when they woke up this morning.
Dead car.
As for the...
Right, I am expecting everyone to box.
Big shunt. Caution through there.
.29, that's a good stop. Fortunately, the leaders had already gone through when that happened, so everyone's still out on track and yet to pick up the safety car. We're going to see a whole ton of cars pitting in, I think, at the end of this lap. Certainly all of the soft runners, well, there's only 3 cars out there on soft, but Perez and Leclerc will probably box, Stroll will probably box. The ones in the 60s might not. Sainz might box. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's diving in, look. Changing up their strategy. Whole field's coming in. Wow, this could shake things up. We'll see some cars getting held here. Potentially. Oh, wow. Stroll has actually climbed a place. That's not good. That's not good at all. .27, and we've jumped a few cars. We've got back in front of Alonso and Bottas. Albon, who stopped as the safety car was coming out, has actually jumped us. There he is. Hashtag salty from Hedgehog. Hey, our race is over. So at least I can do something. Mick's still in 19th and still a way off, but Sainz has dropped all the way to 18th. Disaster for Sainz, and this will give Schumacher the chance to try and get a little bit of confidence back and also get back onto the field again. Same for Oscar. Chance for him to try and recover a little bit of extra confidence in the safety car. Has everybody gone hard tyres? Yes, the entire field has gone hard tyres. So it's kind of a restart. It's kind of a restart, but luckily we started on softs. We still have another set of brand new softs. A lot of the field, almost the entire field, started on mediums and only went about 2/3 of the stint on those mediums. So that could affect their options a little bit. Some of them might not have an extra set of mediums. Some of them might have to go soft and make this a 3-stop race. They'll be quick on each set of tyres, but it's a lot of time to make up. So the bad news is that Stroll is now up in second place, but Perez and Leclerc are right there with him. Zhou's up there. Norris is up there. Hamilton's lost out in the pit stops. He's down in 9th. I think Russell has lost out in the pits as well. And I say Sainz is a big loser in the pit stops, down to 18th place. Oscar gained a couple of places, up to 14th again. A lot of extra spare fuel now. Batteries now pretty much fully charged. Definitely fully charged with Oscar. And almost fully charged with Mick. I just hope we don't get swarmed on the restart again, because that will kill whatever's left of Oscar's confidence, and well, Mick's not going to probably get any overtakes done. Although if we can get a jump on somebody off the line, not going to be easy on Sainz, but who's in front? Is it Magnussen? Magnussen's in front. That's not going to be easy either, actually. Yeah, I don't know if Mick's actually going to gain any places, but if we can somehow get him an overtake and get him a confidence boost, that will suddenly transform his fortunes for the Grand Prix. This is why I was praying for a safety car. It's the great reset. It gives us another chance to get back into the fight. Just saw a little bump to Schumacher's confidence. He's almost out of low confidence now. This is why I really want to keep the engineer pairing. There goes Oscar's confidence up another notch. That's why I want to keep the pairing we've got. It helps them recover their confidence quicker when they have a down period like this. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap.
Safety car will be coming in this lap. Make sure your brakes and tyres are good and ready.
Yeah. Alright, ready, push, push.
Tyre conditions good, we can push a bit more.
Copy. Let's go recharge off.
Use energy.
Copy.
Alright, here we go.
Overtaking is available.
No mistakes, please, boys.
that, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Oh wow, what a lunge from Bottas there, just getting 2 places. That was crazy.
Here's the replay. Right, we're down at turn
Look at this,
5.
watch this. Just
The
dives up the
opportunity's there.
inside. Hell of a move, Jesus. There's life in the old dog
That
yet.
puts them in 13th place now.
Unfortunately, that's hit Oscar's confidence again.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres. Let's go and get him.
Mick struggling to stay with the field. As is Oscar. Really don't want to have to push the tyres this hard this quickly. And everyone else is. So we're all in the same boat right now. You see Mick's already out of DRS range. And we've only done 1 lap. At least he's now just borderline in medium confidence, but he's still got the negatives. Oscar neutral right now.
To use the free air coverage. Back off now.
Copy. Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Copy.
Looks like Albon is dialed down a
DRS
bit.
enabled.
No, he's suddenly upped his pace again, snuck into the DRS, and I think he's just denied us the DRS as well. Oh, great, here comes Alonso. We got the DRS, but we're not going to get the move done. I don't think. No, we're not. And Oscar is down another place and lost a bit more confidence. Mick is off the back of the pack already.
Let's go recharge on.
No DRS. Copy.
All we can do now is just try and protect. Stroll's in the lead and has the fastest lap. Oh, this is not good. This is so not good. Perez has been dropped as well. Hopefully Charles Leclerc will get through and get onto the back of these guys quickly. Have a look around the outside. Magnussen's now through. Leclerc's got the DRS. Max looking to go around the outside. Oh, just come on, someone take out Stroll. My opinion of you will improve drastically here, Max, if you take out Stroll. Oscar bleeding confidence. Sainz is the only car left to overtake me, apart from Mick, and Mick's 2.5 seconds back. 3 seconds back. We're out of range of Magnussen. This race has been an absolute abomination. We would have been better off starting at the back of the grid. At least we wouldn't have had our confidence just bled away like this. Alright, well, we're just going to leave our drivers to it. There's nothing else we can do. So let's just keep an eye on the important fight, which is this one. Need Stroll to drop out of the off the podium, and we need him to lose that fastest lap as well. We might be able to do something about that at the end of the race in terms of the fastest lap, but we've got no control over whether or not he finishes on the podium. That's down to Leclerc and Perez. And I don't think anyone else has got the pace to be up there. Hamilton doesn't seem to have the pace to be up there. Russell doesn't seem to have the pace. Norris doesn't have the pace. Zhou doesn't have the pace. It's these four cars will determine our future, whether or not we actually hit fourth place or not. You see, we're already 3 seconds off the back of Sainz now. Yeah. This would be the worst possible way for our season to end. No, they probably want me to win the Constructors next season. Mick is slowly hauling in Oscar, who's just losing so much time to the cars in front. Stroll's about to retake the lead. Perez is going to retake third. Well, maybe not. Maybe. So there's contact for a second, then the jerky camera movement. The more often Stroll and Verstappen go side by side, the higher the chance that eventually they're going to collide. Perez is now at risk of dropping off. As long as Leclerc gets through cleanly, then that's not an issue. Alonso's still stuck down in 15th, so at least he's not threatening to score points at the moment. And the gap between Albon and Bottas is up to 3 seconds, so there's no clear, jump straight up the field. As Leclerc does get past Perez, is he close enough to get the DRS of Max? I think he is, just. No, he's not. He didn't get the wing open. Did Albon just make a mistake? Oh, he got overtaken twice. Magnussen and Alonso got him, and now Magnussen has got past Alonso. It's us way up in the distance there, 6 seconds behind this fight. Perez and Leclerc have been dropped, but they're still close enough that if one of them pushes, they've got a chance of closing back up. Alonso now up to 14th. Hopefully Magnussen will take that straight back from him. Or at least keep putting him under pressure. Maybe force him into a mistake. Maybe make a mistake himself and rear end Alonso. Mick now almost in range. I've got a difficult decision. Do I let Mick make a natural overtake, which will give Mick a confidence boost but will utterly cripple Oscar, or do I just give Oscar the Iggy, tell him to pull over and then try and stay with Mick as long as possible, try and pull them both back up? I think we have to go with the second option.
Use energy.
Now I need to stay with Mick. Try and drag Oscar up the field a little bit. As Mick's confidence continues to improve, his pace is going to keep picking up. And if we can keep Oscar within the DRS, Then at least that gives him the opportunity to try and do the same as his confidence improves. He's back up into medium just. Next pace isn't too far off the cars in front now. Alonso is closing on Valtteri. Stroll's down to third and Leclerc is there. Still has that fastest lap though. New personal best sector for Oscar in the middle. That'll give him another little boost to his confidence as well. The gap's come down by half a second. And 28.5 for Albon on the last lap. Not a good lap. 127.9. Yeah, so 0.6 of a second we gained. Time to begin the slow crawl back up the positions, hopefully.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Just want to keep my focus on our drivers for a little while, just to make sure that Oscar has got enough pace to stay with Mick before I start looking elsewhere on the grid again. Last thing I want is to lose focus and just let them get separated. If we are going to rescue anything from this, or at least pose any real threat to Alonso, 2 cars is better than 1. And Leclerc has dropped off the back of the front runners again. Yeah, that worries me, the inconsistency in his pace. He just can't seem to stay with them for whatever reason. Really need him to do me a favour. I can probably take care of the fastest lap issue. I need Leclerc to take care of the podium issue. Closing in on good confidence again. And 27.8 matched Albon last lap. Yellow flag. We've got a crash.
Off there. Some steady through there, please.
Sainz and Albon. Albon's got a broken wing.
It's not going the way the team had hoped.
Charge is good.
Copy.
Don't see any damage to Sainz's front wing. Rear wing looks okay. His tyres took a little bit of a knock. Albon's tyres are okay, but he has lost an end plate on his front wing. Sainz has got the penalty. It's also brought 2 cars back within reach. Derek says watching on mute seems 5th is the spot. Well, maybe. Maybe.
Use energy now.
Yeah. Copy.
we will be swapping cars. Overtake is available.
Copy.
I'll try and use Oscar's battery to pull Mick forward a little bit.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
If we can get onto Albon and Sainz, or at least Albon, then we can get a confidence boost on both of our drivers with an overtake, and there'll be a quite nice sizable boost to the confidence as well. Plus I can then start charging Mick up behind Oscar.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
And then I can make a normal overtake on Oscar with Mick and not cripple Oscar in the process.
Energy is available. Copy. Bring the pack up. Copy. You've got energy. Copy. Need to focus on getting the pack up. Copy. And you are free to use the energy when you want. Copy.
Alright, there we go. Let's go a little bit closer to the back of Albon. Confidence is starting to recover. The rest of the grid is still a long way ahead of us, unfortunately.
Let's go recharge off. Recharge off.
Yeah, copy.
Use energy. Copy.
Leclerc back with the front three again. Alonso's now in 12th place, and he's closing on Hamilton in 10th. Haven't been able to get close enough to Albon to do the switch normally, so we are going to have to, get involved.
Yeah.
Looking at the tyre situation, Bottas is going to have to box soon. The good thing is Stroll has pushed his tyres much harder than the cars he's fighting with. And he has dropped off the front two. Porsche now up into 5th place. This could be a big afternoon for Haas. Ocon and Magnussen back in front of Alonso. Another yellow flag.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Let's
A look
take
up for
closer
Valtteri.
look. Now this was Valtteri Bottas. Well, things are okay at this stage. And the car fails to respond. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
Need Leclerc to have a push lap now. Get past Stroll, push onto the back and drop Stroll. So that Stroll has to, destroy what's left of his tyres just to try and stay with them at the front. Don't know if that's going to happen though. Still not really closing on Albon. I don't understand why not. I mean, confidence is almost fully recovered. Have to use the battery again. Getting close to the pit window as well. Which means we're getting close to Albon's pit window. I've got to get this overtake in with both cars before that happens. Need that confidence boost.
We can just focus on charging a pack.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
And Stroll's again caught back up into front two.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Come on, Mick, get in range, get in range.
Copy.
Missed it again. Albon must be pushing this lap. He did a 1:28.2 last lap. Let's see what he does this lap. New personal best middle sector for Mick. Confidence is now fully recovered. Oscar's been dropped.
Recharge on.
Valtteri's into the pits. No surprising, he destroyed what's left of those tyres with that lockup. And even if we get past Albon, we're still a long way off the back of Sainz.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Copy.
Please tell me I got the DRS. No, god damn. We'll get it this time, but we've just got no cornering speed, or no exit speed from the corners. Alright, there we go. Big gain of confidence for Schumacher.
Let's go recharge on, please, recharge on.
Let's try and back him up into Oscar. He's just going to move straight through again, isn't he? God damn.
Hey,
Let's keep going.
Well, we'll get the DRS here.
No energy.
Yeah.
Oscar's out of battery again. He's almost back in range. And he's almost back into normal confidence. Gasly and Stroll are both in. Oh wow, Stroll's gone soft. Is he going to go to stop from here? Get Mick into peak confidence here.
Overtake is available.
copy.
Go get him. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Okay, we're boxing. Box.
Copy for that.
Recharge on.
Pit entry.
Okay, mate, understood.
Gonna try
Box.
putting
box.
Oscar onto a set of softs.
Copy. Box.
Alonso's gone softs. Maybe I should have gone softs with Mick. 2.48. That's a little slower than I'd like, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, Albon's going to get the DRS here.
Copy.
To recharge on, please.
Go on, force your way through. Good lad, good lad. That was hugely important for Oscar. That's got him all the way back up to very high confidence.
Back off.
Copy.
All right.
Oscar pit there.
Copy.
Reason I initially went with medium tyres for Schumacher is twofold. One, I wanted to give him the option to push a bit more where necessary by having a little bit more grip available. And also, another 2.2 second stop. How's that salt mine going over there, Hedgehog? It also gives me the option to try and box at the last minute as well with Mick, if we can't do anything, and try and take that point away from Stroll for the fastest lap.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
So, we should undercut Albon. Probably undercut Sainz actually as well, considering he's got that 5-second penalty. Max and Norris and Ocon and Hamilton all yet to stop. Sainz is staying out another lap. This worries me as to how big a gap there's going to be as Alonso takes the fastest lap away. That kind of works in our favour a little bit, unless Alonso gets into 10th. It takes it away from Stroll, which is pretty much a guaranteed points finish at this stage. And puts it on Alonso, who might not make the top 10. All I can hope here is that Stroll loses time stuck battling these cars who are yet to box. Which does look to be the case.
Maybe just take it easy on the straight.
Copy.
So slow.
Copy.
Schumacher's confidence is still mighty right now. I'm going to push him for a fastest lap on these mediums. Just start charging up Oscar, get ready to do the same.
Do you split the coast?
Gasly now gets the fastest lap. It's immediately taken away by Yuki Tsunoda.
This time where we need to recharge on.
Stroll is stuck behind Hamilton right now. He's going to try and dive bomb him here in the braking zone. Hamilton blocks and then suddenly swings to the inside to try and make a move on Ocon. Somehow they all stay ahead of Stroll, and Leclerc has now caught them.
Okay, mate, no more lift and coast needed. No saving required.
Copy.
And still Max is yet to stop. He's got to be stopping at the end of this lap. Norris and Ocon and Hamilton all staying out another lap as well. Maybe they don't have brand new softs, maybe they've only got scrub softs. For whatever the reason, it's really screwing over Stroll right now, which is good. But it does mean that we're going to need to see something mighty from Max.
And energy is available.
All right, we're going to get out in front of Sainz and Albon. Only just with Oscar. Only just. Leclerc's got through against Stroll. And now he's got through against Hamilton. And against Ocon. This is excellent. This is a chance for Leclerc to break away from Stroll. Max has stayed out again. And so have Ocon and Hamilton. Why are they not boxing? I don't know, but it's given Leclerc the chance to break away. He's onto the DRS of Norris. He's already dropped Stroll by a little bit. This is saving us, potentially. What team am I going to next? Well, I'm not planning on going to another team unless we get fired, and I'm kind of hoping we don't get fired. We were not quick enough. Not even close.
Let's look after these tyres. We need to look after the tyres.
Copy.
Stroll now stuck behind Norris, who also yet to stop. Again, this is allowing Leclerc to just stretch away. What do you mean fix Aston Martin? We're fighting Aston Martin in the championship. They're beating us right now if things stay like this. Leclerc gets a fastest lap of a 1:23.5. Hopefully that's quick enough. Norris is now 3 seconds off the back of Leclerc. This is really hurting Stroll. This is excellent. Max still hasn't stopped.
Copy.
And now Stroll is through. I don't get this. I don't understand why they haven't boxed. Hamilton finally boxes. He's all the way down in 14th now. He should have boxed 4 or 5 laps ago. Perez has now passed Max. I genuinely don't know what's going on here. Come on, Max, box, box. What? Surely he's not going to try and go the distance. He's going to get a puncture. This is going to give Stroll a podium. There is Stroll. That's such a big gap to try and close down now. Once he boxes. If he boxes at this rate. And if he doesn't, he's just going to get caught. Max is going to kill my chances of taking 4th.
Now we're watching Carlos Sainz here. It's there for the taking. And up they go to 17th.
I don't like this. I really don't like this.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Max is losing 3.5 seconds a lap to Perez. He's 4 seconds behind. He's about to get taken by Leclerc. See, the one good thing in all this is that Stroll is now 4.5 seconds off the back, but is Russell catching? Russell isn't catching. He's got better tyres though. And Max still isn't boxing. Why are you doing this to me, Max? You can't get to the end on these tyres. And you're lapping so slow, now you risk letting Stroll catch up to Leclerc. Oh. This is so painful.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Right, Russell was quicker than Stroll on that last lap. I need Russell to keep pushing. He's got more grip available. Box. For fuck's sake, box. Oh my god. He's gonna go and he's gonna try and go to the end.
Just focus on those temps.
Copy.
Norris just boxed. That to me suggests maybe Max will box next lap, in which case this is 7-8 laps too late. And he's not going to be quick enough, surely not, to catch back up to Stroll. Every lap he stays out there, he bleeds multiple seconds. Yuki and Russell are my backup right now. They are swapping places and taking chunks of time out of Stroll. There they are. I plead, I implore you, please fucking box. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, just in that case, just hold Stroll up now. Let the others fucking catch. If you're not going to box, at least do something useful. Ocon boxes. There's a dive bomb, and that's an easy move. What are you thinking?
Overtake is available. No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
Right, Tsunoda is now within a second of Stroll. His tyres are in better shape. Come on, Yuki. Do one for the old team.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Oh, Jesus, that visor's terrible.
Bit of lift and coast where you can. DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Alright, Tsunoda. Fuck, Alonso is in the points. This isn't enough. This isn't enough. Magnussen isn't quick enough to catch. Is Hamilton going to do me a favour here? He is a second a lap faster. He is too far back. Fuck hell, we're going to lose fourth in the championship. Max is down to 6th place now. His tyres are at 17%. And he's only 4 seconds ahead of Alonso. Jesus Christ, Alonso's going to get another point. This is so cruel. This is so cruel. And Russell's pace is gone. I need Stroll to retire. It's the only way I think we're going to do this now. I need Stroll to retire. Or at least have a collision. Drop out of the order. Drop down a few places. Anything. Just please don't let this be the end of our title, our championship. Not like this.
Box this lap, box.
Couple of bucks.
Oh god, Max boxes with fucking however many laps to go. Alright.
Box now, please. Box now.
No, we don't need to box
Just did box now.
for the fastest lap.
Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Max will get fastest lap. Assuming that his confidence hasn't been utterly destroyed. Mick's still in peak confidence. Although that's about to be put to the test. Max will get the DRS on us. Hopefully this will propel him onto a flying lap here. We're going to get gobbled up. We're going to lose 3 places in one go if we're not careful here.
Wow.
Alonso's up to 9th.
Okay, mate, let's get back on it.
I need Max to do something really, really special now. If Stroll stays behind Tsunoda and Max can somehow get past Alonso, which, given how many laps is left, is he's 17 seconds behind.
To play for still. Five laps to go.
I don't understand why Max left it so late to box. I really don't. I don't understand. I'm praying something happens to Stroll. Or Alonso. Either of the two. Alonso gaining on Porsche. I think. The gap's only 2 seconds. I really don't like the way this season's going to end.
Box, box.
Copy, box.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Magnussen is closing on Alonso, but he's too far behind.
Clear on exit.
Hamilton pulled out a 1:23.8. He's all over the back of Magnussen now. Hamilton might be my best chance of taking points away from Alonso here. He's still got life in his tyres.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Yeah.
Push, push.
Yeah.
Don't like relying on two other drivers like this. Magnussen's pushing hard as well. He's closing on Alonso, so the pair of them might, if they can swap places without holding each other up, they might overhaul Alonso and actually knock him out of the points entirely. Hamilton's through, he's only 2 seconds back. Come on, Hamilton. Come on, Kevin. Tsunoda has been passed.
Used energy.
Yeah.
Stroll's tyres are almost dead. Oh, come on, a puncture for Stroll now would be so sweet. Unlikely to happen, though. Very unlikely to happen.
All right, let's keep closing up. Great job. So 2 more laps to go.
Come on, Lewis. You've dragged Magnussen along with you. Please, the pair of you take out Alonso on the final lap. He's on him.
Titan's looking under control.
Just hang in there, Kevin. Need you to do this as well. All right, come on, Yuki. Come on, Yuki. Magnussen's dropped off the back, damn it. But if Hamilton can get past Alonso, or maybe we still need a retirement. It's still not enough. Stroll's going to get back through. That's it. It's done. Hamilton got past Alonso, but it doesn't matter. Alonso's still in the points. Stroll is still ahead of Tsunoda.
Okay, we need left and coast, please.
Copy.
Once again, we didn't even come close to the fastest lap. It's all over. We're going to finish fifth. It's an abysmal performance from our team. The board are not going to be happy. We've got cost cap fines to come. That could be the end of our Alpha Tauri journey.
No more energy.
Mick runs out of fuel on the line.
Okay, so that's the checkered flag. So we're P16, unfortunately. The best of what we had.
Now on to the next one.
They couldn't keep any of the streaks going at all in the final race. Just no pace anywhere. And there's Oscar out of fuel as well. And that kind of sums up our season. If only Oscar had secured those points at the Hungaroring instead of running out of fuel.
Piastri.
Well, I think most people expected them to really deliver here, but it's a disappointing finish outside the points.
No stranger to the podium, the Mexican driver now takes his place after another remarkable race.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
Thanks, Farah.
Hard to believe that's another one over. The season's ended, the party's just beginning.
I was waiting
here
for
in
that.
Abu Dhabi.
Evening, Anthony.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver
shut
put
up,
in
Karun.
a strong performance.
All right, final confirmation of the season. It's another win for Perez. Charles Leclerc gets second. Stroll takes the final podium spot and kills us. We are out of 5th place. We had a 12-point lead going into today's race. And that was enough from Stroll on his own to rob us. We just had no pace at all today. I just don't understand where it all went. We looked okay in qualifying, but we were nowhere. And then the lock-up and the loss of confidence from Oscar, just being nibbled and nibbled and nibbled all the way through that opening stint. Yeah, terrible race. Horrible way to end the season. Driver standings, Lance does jump over Oscar in the end, but a pretty strong showing for our for our youngsters. 118 points for Oscar, 63 for Mick. He can't really say too much about that. Charles Leclerc does confirm himself in second. I think that was already confirmed, actually. I'm not sure. Russell in third. Perez in fourth. Norris is fifth. Tsunoda in sixth. Stroll seventh. Piastri eighth. Both of our drivers did finish in the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship, which is a huge step forward from where we were last year. Alonso missing out on the top 10 in the end, but that solitary point, just the final nail in the coffin for our chances of holding on to fourth place. Let's have a look at the constructors. There you see Red Bull champions, Ferrari second, McLaren third, and Aston Martin beat us by 4 points. 4 points. And if it had stayed at 12, we'd have held on to fourth, because Aston Martin have 2 podiums, no wins. We have 1 win and 2 podiums. That would have been enough. That would have been enough to keep hold of fourth. Williams in sixth, Mercedes in seventh. Alpine do mount a late challenge, but it's not enough in the end. They're 13 points off of Mercedes, but seventh place, that's a big, big drop for Mercedes. Haas do outscore Alfa Romeo in the end. Porsche's points definitely just making that crystal clear. Bottas at one point looked like he might be in contention for a couple of points, but had a bit of a shocker. Destroyed his tyres. At least we can console ourselves with a victory in the fastest pit stop competition this year. Max got the fastest stop tonight with a 2.23. We had a 2.26 and a 2.29. And that means that we finish on 726 points, comfortably ahead of Red Bull. 68 points clear. That's pretty nice. Not even going to look at the driver cards, don't want to depress myself. Let's have a look at the sponsors. More depressing news here. We did not manage to finish either of our 2 streaks, and we didn't get anything in the targets either. The only thing we did get was both cars into Q2. That was it. So we actually lose money from our base rate, but that's not really what matters. So we've got 20 million in the bank. Let's renew Ben's contract. Let's see if he'll take another 4 seasons. I don't know if he will or not. We're going to offer him 1.9 million. He's not happy with the salary. We're going to have to push that up. It's worth it for him. Let's go to 2.1. Alright. Wage is okay. Contract's still too high. Let's try 3 seasons. No. I don't want that on immediately either. Let's start next season. Yeah. Alright, let's up the offer. 2.25 with a 250 grand signing bonus. Please accept this. No. Damn it. We'll try a 2-year extension at the end of the season. We've already sorted out Ollie for next season. Drivers are staying the same. Everyone else is staying the same. I don't want to look at the board tab, I really don't. There's no email from the board saying you fucked it, you're done. That's something. Donatella does win the Drivers' Championship quite comfortably in the end from Clement Novalak. Where did Ollie finish? He finished in 4th place. That's not too bad. We know about the cost cap. It looks like we still have a job. So, let's upgrade the CFD sim. Yes, I know. Suspension sim is refurbed. James Voles says, you blew us out of the water a little bit this season. He calls it a lucky break. I call it sheer grit and determination. What did Williams actually finish on in the end? 128 points. I mean, Williams had a really quick car at some points in the season. Just, they were so inconsistent. I mean, I suppose you could argue the same for us. Going to get a new board payment through very soon. That's an improvement to Josh's overall rating. More sponsorship obligations. I don't know if this is going to give us any extra money. But yeah, screw it. Let's see. Maybe it will. I'm not spending any more money. Leave that 9.3 mil. Race sim is now fully refurbed. Excellent stuff. There we go. Another board payment is through. We've got 13 mil in the bank that we're going to carry on. Or carry over to next year. Assuming we're still here. Let's have another look at Ben. He won't even take 2 seasons. Alright, we might lose him then next year. We'll get 1 more season out of him, but we need to start thinking about someone else now to replace him. Driver changes. No changes for there. Board still has medium confidence in us. How? How do they have medium confidence in us? I mean, I don't... I don't understand. I really don't understand that. It may drop to low. I'm not complaining. But it looks as though we're safe. It looks as though we are going to be here next season. Whew. Very, very surprised by that. I was kind of dreading looking at that email. Right, let's see. How did our drivers develop over the last month? 1 point in control, a point in accuracy, and then a point in reactions for Oscar. Let's get our training dialed in hard for the end of the season. They're going to lose a lot of stats. I want them to be quick again next season. But I also don't want to neglect our other areas as well. which is why we're putting in a day of car building and a day of pit stop training. Where is Christmas Day? There is Christmas Day. So we'll give them the Thursday off. There we go. There's our training regimen for the final month. Yep, the cost cap fine. Final research project of the year is done, so it's that time again where we save. And then reload so we can see the sum efforts of our research for this season and just how much we're going to struggle next season in particular areas. Let's have a look. Okay, so our chassis is not bad, but not great. Front wing's going to be pretty rough next season. Rear wing is not too bad. Side pods are pretty good. Underfloor is okay. Suspension is going to be pretty rough. Yeah, I really don't know if we've done enough. But I had to keep developing the car just to try and have any chance of getting fourth in the Constructors' Championship. Alright, before I forget, because I probably will, we're going to get all of our staff back that we put on a rest. I'm just going to go with... I don't think I need to scout anybody for a while, actually. Let's go into the engineers. But we'll wait till the end of the season. We'll wait till the end of the year when everyone starts popping out of contract. There's a huge number of drivers out of contract at the end of this season. It could be a real merry-go-round of driver swaps at the end of the year. Shut it down for 5 days? Yes, absolutely. It's not being used. And I'd rather it be fixed before the end of the year. No signs of damage. It didn't affect us, just cost us 50 grand. But worth it, just in case. We've been bitten by that before. Here we go, end of season review. We win the DHL fastest pit stop competition for the second time in 3 seasons. Finishing second in season 2. Our board still amazingly, have medium confidence in this. I really don't know how, but I'll take it. That's an extra 750 grand. Mick gets 10th in the Drivers' Championship with 63 points. That's a pretty impressive haul in itself. But 8th place for Oscar, 118 points. We broke triple digits with a driver this year. And we got 181 points overall. 5th in the standings. Our team rating has increased, I think. Yes, it has. There you see we failed our target position of 4th. Right at the death, unfortunately. But we did make a little bit of progress on the long-term objective. Obviously, that's going to reset. But we've still got 2 more seasons to do that. And we actually got 2 podiums this year. That was Vegas and Baku. Easily our best races of the season. There you see our, oh god, my team principal rating drops down to just 8. Oh my god. That's terrible. Oh man. But they're giving me more money. There's the regulation changes. Obviously, we know about the major technical aero changes that are affecting every single part, either by 50 or 70%. We are actually going to lose 1% of our prize money for next season, which hurts. It was a gamble when we voted for it. It was a gamble that hasn't paid off. So we'll only get 9% as opposed to 10% of prize money next season. That kind of sucks. Right, let's take a look at drivers. So, who is out of contract? Let's have a look. Lando is out of contract. Oh, I mean, I'd love to sign Lando, but we can't break the rules, unfortunately. He's now... Age-wise, I think he's still okay at 26. But his rating is just way too high. Gasly is out of contract. Hamilton is out of contract. Bottas is out of contract. Alonso is out of contract. And down to an 87 overall. Sainz is out of contract. It's just a 1-year deal for Sainz at Mercedes there. Albon is out of contract because we see him go to a big team next year. Magnussen out of contract. And that's it for first team drivers. Obviously the reserves are all over the place. Let's have a look at the engineers. I'm looking at their stats. I'm looking for a high composure stat. Adami's on an 89. His other stats are really good. 91 and 96. He is definitely a contender. Marcus Dudley is a 90. We know about Ben, he's our driver, our engineer. We know about Josh. Hugh Bird, he's only an 82. Chris Cronin, 78. Ooh, no. Will Joseph, 84. Mark Slade, 84. Jorn Becker, 86. Matthias Spinney, 92. Wow, he's really come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he, since we fired him. 88 for Pierre Hamlin. Javi, 88. Amori is a 90. Carroll is a 78. Tom Stallard, 77. Poe, No. 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 Hell no. 85. These other stats aren't great either. I think Adami might be the guy to try and steal away. Or maybe Marcus Dudley. Marcus Dudley's actually looking like the guy to try and steal, I think. He's out of contract next season as well. So we'll see what happens with Ben at the end of the season next year. And we'll mark Marcus as the potential replacement. Right. Let's have a look at the technical chiefs. Who's out of contract? We are staying with who we've got, but I'm just curious. So Pierre is out of contract at Red Bull. Ooh, he could move. Enrique is still with Mercedes. Will be there for another 2 seasons. James Allison is at McLaren. He's there for another 4. Big contract for him. Simone Resta is out of contract at Ferrari. Could Pierre go to Ferrari? Matt Harmon is out of contract at Alpine. It's heads of aero. Let's have a look. Ian Gregg out of contract at Aston. I would imagine they'll just re-sign him. We've already looked at engineers. We've looked at drivers. I think that is it. Let me see. You've got 14.8 million to carry over into next season. That'll give us a nice little leg up on our spending power in terms of merchandising and engine choice. But pretty sure that that is it. New season target 5th. Oh, that's encouraging. And 8th in the Drivers' Championship. Oh no, wait, that's how we did last season, was 8th and 5th. So the new season target is 5th in the Constructors. And obviously we've still got the long-term podium objective to go to. There we go. Right, that is where we are going to end it tonight. We will be back on Monday. Going to take a couple of days off. We'll be back with the start of Season 4 of Hardcore Mode on Monday. And we'll be starting at the usual time of 8 PM, but it will be a long one. We'll have all of the pre-season to get through before we even get to Bahrain, before we then do practice and quali and then race. And I have no idea what our car's going to look like. I have no idea what the driver lineups are going to look like. It's going to be all change next season. Drivers, cars are going to be all over the place. Who has managed to get on top of the regulation changes the best? And can we really push our car early and really push the development of the car early before we get to Bahrain to make some significant steps forward before that first race? All will be revealed on Monday. So until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. Don't forget, if you haven't already seen, or if you haven't remembered, State of Play stream went live a little while ago. Do be sure to keep an eye on that if you're interested in upcoming PlayStation games. Also the Frontier stream, where they announced upcoming projects for this year, was also tonight. I'm going to be watching that in a minute just to see if they have made any announcement about F1 Manager 24. I don't know if they will tonight. They have said there'll be more of those announcement streams throughout the year, so we may have to wait for one in a couple of months maybe for a bit, for any information about F1 24 if it is coming. And of course, every night at 7 o'clock there'll be a new War Hospital video, so do please check those out if you're interested in the game. And yeah, until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me through Season 3. We survived somehow. And I'm now chomping at the bit to start Season 4. And we'll be back, as I said, on Monday. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.